Hey there, Gemini. How y'all doing out there? And welcome back to the Enigma 23 channel. I'm your host, Enigma, bringing you your March 2020 soul read. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, for when I do drop anything that I drop on this channel, so you can have it at your disposal. Because, hey, this is more for y'all, not for me. I'm just doing my work. But, the emails in the description box, that's the Enigma 23@gmail.com. That's Enigma with 2 G's. Shoot me your questions, or if you just want to chat, chop it up, build on something, some knowledge, I'm here for you. Other than that, we're going to dive right on in, Gemini. This is for sun, moon, and rising. If you have a bunch of transits, planets, astrology speaking wise, in your third house, then this will apply too, because this is a general reading. If you have questions about that, like I say, the email is there for a reason. Holler at me. But let's go ahead and get into your reading, Gemini. See what's going on with you. Higher self, true self, oversoul. Oversoul, true self, higher self. Higher self, oversoul, true self. Bring in knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and clarity for the collective of Gemini, for the collective of Gemini for March 2020. For the collective of Gemini in the month of March, year 2020. Bring it in for Gemini, for the collective of Gemini for March, for the month of March, year 2020. Divine, great mother energy. Great spirit, divine, great mother energy. Great mother energy, great spirit, divine, bring in messages, truth, guidance, solutions, answers, mentorship for the collective. Gemini for the month of March 2020. For the collective, Gemini in the month of March in the year 2020. Bringing in for them for the collective of Gemini in the month of March in the year 2020. Much gratitude, honor, and respect to you, divine. How we rock. Love as always. Ashe. Oh, appreciate ya. Okay, Gemini. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with y'all. Shout out to that Cauldron gang. I know it's a few of y'all within that Gemini sign, that soul group for real. I know if you've been having them dreams with you sitting in a cauldron and coming out of a cauldron, hey, we need to talk. For real. You soul group all day. But African American tarot deck, on deck. Your overall energy for the read. We got, the King of Swords. This type of energy right here is talking about, one having a love for a law. You know what I'm saying? This type of person looks out for the weaker. You know what I'm saying? He cares for the weaker people, the underdog, in a sense. This person is cautious and objective. You know what I'm saying? They like to analyze, observe shit. Well, more like observing. This is a rational, logical thinking person. So it ain't just rash actions being took. So let's go ahead and see what the overall energy, how people are viewing y'all. I mean, not the overall energy, we just did it, but let's see how people are viewing y'all in the month. They're seeing y'all as the observer. You know what I'm saying? So this deals with, this traditionally is the hangman, but it's the observer in this deck. So the observer speaks about, mysticism, one dabbling in that wisdom, having spiritual integrity, dealing with the inner depths of one's self, really trying to get it. Because this is Ifa right here. Ifa is oracle, the Orishas, Nigeria. Y'all should know, because everybody practices with those, even those without the divine spark. It's crazy. But on the flip side as well, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a positive light. On the negative light, we got, isolation. We got frustration with this card. We got frustration, isolation. You just lost, your senses. That sixth sense that you supposed to have, you lost. You know what I'm saying? So really you're not, you're stagnant. So you're just stuck in a space, no spiritual integrity, no nothing. So hopefully that's not how people are viewing y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a soul read, it's about you connecting with yourself. So hopefully you're doing some kind of work to strengthen that bond. So let's go to the see what you're hiding from other people or what's possibly being hidden from yourself. And we got the Six of Wands. So we dealing with some of this spirit energy. You know what I'm saying? And you see how it is. All of this honor and stuff. This card talks about, victory. It talks about, honor. A reward. Could also speak about rivalry. Somebody being envious towards you. There's a rivalry. So possibly you could be knowing somebody hating on you, but you're keeping it to yourself, or with the situation, dealing with yourself, you won. But you just keeping it in. Ain't no need for you to gloat or whatever, because you got everything that is needed, and can't nobody fuck with you, so you winning. You successful, you winning. So next, let's go to the Divine Feminine and see what she wants for y'all in the month of March. Damn, I know she don't want this, but we got the Five of Pentacles here, y'all. Sometimes, you got to go down to come up. You see this hideous creature right here. This thing talks about, lack. There being lack, poverty. There's a shortage of something, you know what I'm saying? So with Pentacles, we more than likely talk about some physical. A lack of money, a lack of, you're not having like a physical place to stay, maybe your ride situation ain't panning out, people around you. There's a lack of, that corner of inspiration, with dealing with people maybe, because this is dealing with physical means. So, like I said, sometimes a need of to go down is what's needed so you can catapult all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Interesting. So let's continue. But we got to see what's going on with this. So let's see what the focus is. What's the objective? What should you be focusing on this month in March? Bam. You should be focusing on your contentment, your happiness. Because we got the Ten of Cups here. Oshumala, the rainbow serpent. You know what I'm saying? This card speaks about renewal. This card talks about, family harmony. You see everybody down there partying, living it up. This is the perfect outcome. This is contentment. All that good fly shit. Celebration. Good ass shit. So, and it's Ten of Cups. So, 10 representing in tarot, the ending in the beginning or something. So some of y'all are coming out of that, and now you're going into a situation where it's not so pleasurable, and then some of y'all leaving a situation where it was all going good. Well, it wasn't going all good, but now stuff is starting to come in for you. So the focus here is, hey, what is your happiness? You know what I'm saying? What will make you happy? You know, what can you do if you're not happy to bring some renewal to your life so it could be a perfect outcome, something good, you know? So let's keep that in mind. Your happiness is always something that you need to pay attention to, you know? Rebirth, reborn yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because that energy right there, that Five of Pentacles energy, is definitely not the type of energy we want to stay in. So let's go to your higher self and see what's going on there. What kind of messages or what is going on. And we had the King of Wands here. You know. So we in your spirit. And again. So, you know, physically you might not be doing right, but I can see your spirit within yourself. Because that's basically, you know, with this Ten of Cups, dealing with the cups, we dealing with the emotion, how you feeling. Well, you pass the feelings and it's like really set in. So, you know, this little blemish with the physical world situation, hey, that can be easily ratified. So don't even worry about that, you know. You just gotta be aware to put your happiness first. But this King of Wands is basically talking about, you know, I call this card the traditionalist card because this type of person here has a respect for tradition. You know, a person like me will be like, fuck tradition, because new things need to be broken out of, you know, the norm and what people think is right, you know. There's a lot of shit that we were doing in the past that ain't right, like religion or the way we looked at stuff, you know. It need to change, you know. So we'll talk about this is an authoritative figure, you know. He or she recognizes their power, but it's like they don't emphasize it. You know, they're not going around bragging with it or forcefully putting it out there. You know, this is a person as well that has a respect for the law. You know, this person is honest and loyal. You know, that type of feel. So when I keep seeing this law situation. So am I dealing with some Moors or something? You know what I'm saying? In cases of law, I mean, y'all lawyers, paralegals out there, what's going on? So, the higher self just letting you know, honesty and loyalty. You know, that's the type of vibe that you need to be carrying right now. Be honest with yourself. Be loyal to yourself. You know. Maybe you need to be, you know, if you're doing your lineage and what your family is about, you need to be paying homage to that tradition. You know, finding out what your roots are. Things like that. I'm telling you, when you learn about the past, I'm not saying being stuck in it, but when you learn about the past, you know, that open up gateways. When you bring in new information and things like that, Gemini. So let's continue to go. You know, and go to the Santa Muerte deck. You know, the Book of the Dead Oracle, and see your strength, your weakness, and your guidance. You know. So I'm gonna say this is good. You know, overall energy, you're thinking, your balance. You know, you're thinking for more of a logical position instead of getting in your emotions, which is good sometimes. Just, you know, sometimes it gotta happen. It gotta happen. But nonetheless, you're winning. You know you are. Physical things are not a measure of accomplishments or success. If you believe society's norms in this world, you'll be fucked up and lost. What's success to you? What's winning to you? energy for y'all. We got art. It's the 29th card. You know what I'm saying? It being 11 if you add it up. You know, gateway shit. Or if you want to break that down, it's just the two. Just like these two people here. So with this art card, we're talking about, you know, just like how artists do. You know, they got something buzzing inside of them. They getting visions and shit. They got to find a way to relate this shit out to the outer world. You know what I'm saying? So they paint. You know what I'm saying? Leaving signs and symbols within the painting. So this is you finding a way to communicate what's going on within you outwardly. You know what I'm saying? Express yourself. Don't just hold it in. You know? Because obviously there's some kind of work that needs to be done. So express it outwardly. So let's go to your screen. See what's going on there. And we got the number 7. This is the feminine card. You know what I'm saying? With 7 dealing with expansion, growth. You know, expansion and growth. You know, dealing with knowledge, wisdom, understanding, that type of thing. Which, you know, in the Kabbalah, you know, tree life, you know, your feminine is represented by Chakma, which is the second spear, or the second Sephiroth, you know, which represents wisdom. So there you go, feminine. So the feminine being your strength, you know, maybe the divine feminine is what you need to be connecting to, you know what I'm saying? But this card right here is more so speaks about, you know, you needing to study, you know. You know, you've been studying and meditating, you know, on the things that you need to do. You know, it's something that you're working on, obviously, which we know. Maybe it's something with law, because, you know, that's coming out. It needs to be presented out to the people. You know what I'm saying? And with this energy, it's just saying it's time for you to execute this. You know, you don't put in enough time and work and study and meditated on it. Now it's time to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just saying, you know, if you having difficulty trying to do that, it's maybe a feminine energy that you need to go to for some advice. Maybe your mother, your grandparents, or a wise feminine energy that's around you. You know, they ain't necessarily got to be a female, but if you went to into the occult and you know how to break down symbols and signs through different occult sciences, you know, a male could even hold more of a feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? So you could go to this type of person because they're going to have your advice for you. They're going to have what they need for you. So, middle card, let's go to your weakness. And we got 4, you know, representing foundation, stability, you know, structure, you know, that type of thing. We got love here, you know, which is the weakness. Damn, y'all ain't got no love. I guess not, because you're too rational and, and logical thinking right now. So, you know, with this card, we're just talking about a situation where, you know, you keep it in mind the things that is needed, the things that you need to pop this project off, or the things that you just need for yourself, you know. But being that whatever this need is, just know it's going to affect your environment in some kind of way. It's going to affect it. So there not being no love here, you know, towards this project, or how can I put this? You know, you're doing something, but it's not really, you have a love for it. You know what I'm saying? Your surroundings are going to show you exactly what you sowing from that, if that makes sense. Like, if I sold drugs, you know, part of the territory with that would be going to jail, death probably, people robbing me, you know, shit like that. So whatever it is that you're trying to obtain, you know, but just keep in mind, whatever it is, it has its trickle down effect, what it harmonizes with. So, you know, just know your love, your feeling, yourself really is not in this, because it's a weakness. But see, let's see what the guidance is up out of that. It's like you just doing something to do it, kind of. And we got the 27th card, you know what I'm saying, which is being 9. 9 being completion, as y'all all know, you know, new cycles are starting, that type of situation, you know. So we got the harvest card. You see her eating on that banana. You see the plants and shit. So she just getting from the seeds that she planted, and now it's harvest time. You know what I'm saying? So this is just telling me, hey, make sure this is something you love to do. Or, you know, if it ain't, you can't find a love in it, you know, it's just you haven't really reached your realization with this. If you're feeling like, you know, you don't want to do this, or there's a lack of love or interest in this situation, you know, just continue working on whatever you're working on, and it's going to come to you. And once this realization comes, bam, that's going to open up a whole new ball game for you, where it's just, you're going to be full blown into it. You know, that victory and success from the 6 of Wands, you know, is really going to come out. You know, that shit that you holding in, that's going to be that perfect situation, that perfect outcome, you know. So let's go next to your animal messages. Well, we're going to get one last one. Message, spirit. Get you on up out of here, Gemini. Seems like I'm doing a little better on the time. Lack of love, lack of love. Gotta change that, man. Gotta change that. Do more study on it. Do more research. It's just gonna come. That feeling of no love towards it is gonna change. So, your card, we got the water buffalo. But your overall energy is seek out deeper knowledge to see through deception. See, there we go. Overall energy, seek out deeper knowledge to see through deception. And we know how that owl work, you know. That's the symbol of Isis right there, a set, you know. The one known for magic and putting her man back together, putting them pieces back together, reconstructing themselves, putting them chakras back, aligning the body up, you know what I'm saying? So we had a rainbow right there, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, your card is the water buffalo, you know, and we got face life head on with courage and reclaim the brave spirit within you. Face life head on with courage and reclaim the brave spirit within you. So, let me give y'all the whole totality of this card and what it's thorough meaning is about. Do do do. Mm, 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 mm. So, like I said, I was telling y'all, further research. You know what I'm saying? The more you engulf yourself in this, the more and more you're gonna find out that you having a passion for this. You're gonna be loyal to this. You know what I'm saying? So water buffalo swims through India's sacred waters, cooling her comfortable, rich brown body. Um, and wallowing in thick blood, but her Pacific, Pacific, um, maternal, external, blouse a wild, temperous nature. She faces life head on, and on great crescent horns tosses enemies determinedly behind her. Tra- uh, Tragedy and failure are intrinsic to living, but sometimes we are cowed by events, unable to move forward. Mighty buffalo is the brave spirit within your soul, waiting to be reclaimed. Take your courage in both hands and dare to be. You know, so there you go. We are cowed by events, unable to move forward. Mighty buffalo is the brave spirit within your soul, waiting to be reclaimed. So, like I just said, with the whole, with the owl, with Isis coming through right here, and her putting Osiris, Asar back together, putting chakras back together, repiecing and resembling yourself. You know what I'm saying? So this difficulty, this lack, on the physical side, and you having a lack of love, I see what it is now. It's you getting back to yourself. It's you getting back. You know. Mm, mm. So, like I said, maybe it's some shit that you need to be looking up within your family line that'll have you more closer to yourself, or knowing more about yourself, having a greater appreciation for yourself, a love for yourself. You know, transcend that. You know what I'm saying? Don't let life beat you up, because your realization is coming. So just hold on and keep working. I know y'all hear me all stocked up over here. I gotta get this shit out. So I appreciate you, Gemini, for rocking with me. I'll catch y'all next or even in the ecstasy room for your read. But if not, I'll catch y'all in April. But y'all work on yourselves and keep being dedicated. Maybe those laws that work coming out here are universal laws, universal principles you need to learn as well. So just keep that in mind. But I salute you, Gemini. Catch you later.